First game today, guys. So we're going to start in a standing position. I'm going to, as the attacking player, get into clasped hands around one leg. All right. My job is I'm gonna have a continuous game here, so I can't win. It's kind of just gonna be an exploration here. What I would like you to do is, while maintaining connections to their body, I don't want you to disconnect. I want you to progress to getting clasped hands around the body. Once you're at the body, I want you to work on getting clasped hands around the other leg. And then once you achieve this, I want you to work your way back to the body and keep working back and forth, leg to body, just working your way around that connection, maintaining connection the whole time. Key thing, guys, we talk about connections a lot. Connections are not just hands and feet. They're also our bodies, all right? So maintaining that connection the whole time with my body as well is gonna be really important. Defending player, your job is going to be the exact opposite, which is going to be to disconnect, okay? So using, making your own connections and whatnot, looking to get your leg back to the floor and then free it. If you're able to free your leg that's caught, and or if you're able to free your body and face the other player, you have to be facing the other player, that's going to be a win. Any questions, clarifications? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys, next game, we're going to start from the mounted position. All right, top player, you're going to start with an underhook. Bottom player, you're going to start with your arm down, palm down towards the floor. Here's our starting position, okay? My job, first and foremost, is to maintain top position and this underhook. I got this. I want to keep this. I'm going to use this. My goal first, after maintaining top and maintaining the underhook, my goal first is going to be to get to any kind of head and arm connection. Once I achieve head and arm connection, I'm going to go for any finish that I would like, okay? It should, once you get this, you can do whatever you want for the finish. I would encourage you to utilize the connection that you've made, but anytime you can glue their head and arm together, that's going to be a good starting point for us to move from there, okay? And then hit any submission you want, any threat, any submission you want. If there is a threat of a submission, the game keeps going, okay? Bottom player, we're starting that position. Yeah, your job, you have 2 ways to win, okay? One is if at any point you're able to slip both elbows out, we're only starting with 1, but you slip both elbows out and I no longer have an underhook on top, that's a win for the bottom player. Or don't show this, if he reverses the position, so if he ends up on top and I'm on bottom, that would be a win as well. And then if at any point, if there's a submission present, and the game's continuing, if they escape that submission, as long as they're still not in a head and arm connection, the game's over. If they escape a submission, but they still are with a head and arm connection, the game keeps going. All right? Yeah.
This is going to lead to, obviously, back takes and stuff, too. Just keep playing, right?
As long as there's a head and arm connection and or a threat of a submission. Right. Okay? All right. Yeah.
Does
yeah.
the gift wrap count as a threat of submission?
The position of a gift wrap, it's a head and arm connection.
Oh, I guess. Yeah.
So you're still good. Okay? All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Good situation. Dom's gonna start with 2 legs on the inside and grips on my feet like so. I'm gonna start hands on the mat. Okay? My job is to get around his legs. All right. So I'm gonna need to clear connections, look to get around his legs and get to a pin, either chest to chest or chest to back pin in front of his legs. So passing the guard, getting in front of his legs. While I do this, though, stipulation, not that easy. I have to keep at least one hand on the ground at all times. At no point can I take both hands off the mat. They can be on the ground or they can be on him. That's fine. But at all points, I need to have a hand on him or on the ground.
Does a knee count as a hand on him?
No, that's a knee.
Torso.
Like a foot?
No. I want it. Yeah. It needs to be up here. Okay. It's a good question. No. That's a fair question. Fair question.
And your knees can go on the ground?
You can do whatever you want, just as long as you have a hand on the floor or on him, on his shoulders. Let's say shoulders. Okay. Bottom player, your job is to destabilize, to hands, well, they're already on their hands. Look to keep moving them to hips, butt, or back in order to reverse the position, stand up, or submit them. Okay? Any questions?
So if you sweep, it's over, right?
Yes. Yes. And then switch on bottom. So 1, 2, 3. All right, next game. We are going to start with a chest to back connection. You can get an over and an under hook here, and we're going to play from here. My job is to maintain, first and foremost, maintain chest to back connection. While doing so, I can look for any threat of a finish that I know. I'm looking for strangles, bends, and twists on Dom. The little caveat here, right? At no point am I allowed to put either hook in. I can never put my legs over his legs. So I still want to control his hips, right? But I do not want to put hooks in, okay? That's the only thing you cannot do. Otherwise, we're on his back. We're looking for finish, okay? The defending player with your legs, with like a triangle, you can triangle. Yeah. But you can't put a hook in. Yeah, just no hooks, yeah. Defending player, turn and face the attacking player, okay? If you turn and face the attacking player, you are good to go, as long as a threat of a submission is not in play, okay? So if they're hitting a head and arm triangle, right? Obviously they're facing you, but you're still they're in a submission, so that doesn't, you're like, oh, I win. No, that doesn't work like that. Any questions? All right, switch on reset. 1, 2, 3. All right, guys, last game. We're gonna start in, I don't know how to call this, 50-50 alignments, 50-50. We're gonna have, I guess, both have legs entangled here. However, we're gonna have different jobs. All right, so while we're in this identical facing mirrored position, we are gonna have different jobs. Decide who you're gonna be, and then you're gonna flip flop as you go. One person's gonna be, I guess, for lack of a better word, attacking and defending for this purpose. Let's because it'll be easier to see. So, starting here in this alignment, let's rotate just a little bit this way. Or if I'm the attacking player, my job is ultimately going to be, first of all, I want to make sure that he stays on his hips. I want to keep his butt on the floor, okay? So we've been playing a lot of leg entanglement games recently. Every single one of them is going to involve me keeping his hips on the floor. Now, what I want to do ultimately is capture the toes. If I'm able to capture the toes, that's going to be a win. While you do this, while you're keeping his hips down and while you're looking to capture his toes, something that is going to be very helpful in this alignment is going to be to turn your body to face their legs, okay? Turning your body and facing their legs is going to assist you in accomplishing that task. If you want to change your legs up at any point, feel free. We're just starting here. Your job, keep them down, catch the toes. If you're the other player, defending player, or what we can say the standing player, your job is going to be to disentangle your legs and stand up, or stand up and disentangle your legs. I don't care what order you do it in, but I want you to basically disengage. Okay. Sometimes you play with people that they don't want to be here. They just want to disengage. And it's helpful to work on keeping them down and attacking their foot at the same time. Okay. Any questions? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3.